Cecia's servant has no set name. It changes based on her mood on any given day. They say that Cecia will sometimes sing to herself, whenever she is alone, a song that was once popular in the Lightbearer Empire, but is now all but forgotten. According to a very small number of undead hunters, Cecia is backed by the Bantu's kingdom. Cecia is prone to lashing out for no discernible reason. Thankfully, her servant feels no pain and is unbothered by her outbursts. Cecia calls herself a noble woman, but Salazar believes she lacks the grace and decorum befitting of a true noble. Her condescending attitude is hardly enough to substantiate her claims. Cecia looks down upon all others with equal disdain. To her, the Lightbearer Empire is unremarkable, the Wilders are weak, and the Maulers are primitive. Even the Undine Graveborns are not above her criticism. You treacherous witch. Cecia hears these criticisms often and simply responds to them with a smile. I met her yesterday at the mystical house. I seldom feel rejected by a guest, but she was different. She didn't seem impressed at all, even if we offered the most exquisite room in the house. It was as if such luxuries were beneath her, mere trappings of a life she found mundane. Her name was Cecia. Standing tall and proud among the ranks of the Graveborn faction, Cecia is the Requiem of Thorns, a force to be reckoned with across all battlegrounds. Cecia's most important ally is Mr. Carlisle, whom she summons with her ultimate skill, Queen's Summons. With an imperious gesture, she stands and conjures Mr. Carlisle into the heat of battle on a tile of her selection. Mr. Carlisle inherits all of Cecia's stats, and his normal attack deals extra damage to an enemy within a tile of reach. His arrival can be very dramatic. When Mr. Carlisle's health is good enough, the ult will initiate Spiky Wrath again to entangle enemies within an area of effect. This immobilizes them and deals damage. If Mr. Carlisle is already on the battlefield, the Queen's Summons can restore him to full health and unleash his fury all over again. I was paying attention to her interaction with Mr. Carlisle. To Cecia, Mr. Carlisle feels less a companion and more of a essential tool. With a flick of her wrist, she invokes her skill, Earth's Offering, gaining power from the earth. This increases both her and Mr. Carlisle's attack speed for a set period of time, but that's not all. At level 3, Mr. Carlisle's next attack transforms into Thundering Quake, sending shockwaves that deal extra damage to all surrounding enemies, while also gaining life drain effect. And with her other skill, Thornet Cluster, Cecia, and Mr. Carlisle gain an extra penetration effect. In attitude, after every few times of normal attacks from Cecia, the next normal attack will be buffed, striking constant fear in the hearts of her enemies. Talking about this skill, I've heard that Cecia used to love music, but no longer, less. I wonder what story she had in the past, and why she still brings the harp with her. Cecia may not be the most cooperative ally, but she's certainly very helpful in many situations. When well supported, Cecia could maintain a continuous, high-damage output. And when summoned in time, Mr. Carlisle would stop the enemies before they unleashed their skills. She's the queen, and her damage is just as merciless as her struggle with death. Her exclusive skill, Trial of Thorns, is a skill that intertwines beauty and terror. Cecia entangles an enemy with reinforced thorns, dealing continuous damage and immobilizing the target. She then absorbs armor and magic resist continuously from this enemy, claiming them as her own. The absorbed stats are effective to both Cecia and Mr. Carlisle and last until the battle ends. Sapping the last drop of blood from her enemies, her eyes never blink. Cecia left the house last night, and things just felt different around here. Ooh, she's kind of a mystery, isn't she? I can't stop thinking about her. She's got this air of being alone. It makes me wonder what she's been through all those years when she was alive. I hope Merlin can bring Cecia some warmth, which will also bring her here more often. Our house always welcomes such generous guests.